welcome back to The Love Fix. My name is Nick. I help people with their breakups. Today, guys, it's going to be a little bit different. I get a lot of emails from you guys every day with your breakup stories and requesting coaching, and recently I received an email that I felt needed to be shared. So I've got permission from the person who has sent me this email. I'm going to share their story today. And for privacy reasons, I will be changing the gentleman's name. So we will be calling this gentleman Stephen today. So Stephen actually left a comment on another one of my videos. I responded there and then he reached out to my email address. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read the email out, and I will respond as I go, giving my advice. And please feel free to give your advice in the comments, guys. And as always, there's no shaming, there's no judging on this channel. It's just going to be honest advice. Stephen's in the situation that he's in, but we're here to help. So without further ado, let's get into it. So as Stephen is from another country, the written English over email is a little bit broken, so please bear with me. Hi Nick, I'll minimise this as much as I can. She's indeed a divorcee, and it's been a year from her separation. I'm 28, she's 25, and it's been 9 years since we knew each other from college. I tried to cut her out and cut contact after her marriage, but she never let me go. I travelled all the way back from Australia to India to get closure when she came back from the USA to meet her parents. She wept like a fountain and never let me go again. With all the wet tears, I'm typing this. Man, she's evil. Trust me when I say this. For example, she did show me her intimate pictures with her husband. She even showed me the condoms they're going to use. Wow. I don't even know where to start with that one. That's tough, and that is not a stable individual. That is not somebody we should be investing any time into. When someone is having sexual relations with her husband and then showing the sexual pictures and condoms to a potential sexual partner or ex-boyfriend, this individual has got some issues that they need to deal with. Now, I don't want to get into calling this woman a bitch, but yes, she's a bitch. I'm just going to be honest. I told her it's hurting me, and she replied, "This is the reality and you got to accept it. There are many more which I cannot disclose, and I never told this to anyone out of fear of judgment." So I appreciate that Stephen has sent this information, and dude, there's no judgment here. What I would say, you are not responsible for how someone treats you. That's on them, and how they treat you is a reflection of themselves. But where we do have to take responsibility, my friend, is how we allow ourselves to be treated, how we define and enforce our boundaries. So with this kind of thing, if you've asked somebody to stop doing X, Y, and Z and they're not doing it, then you need to remove that person from your life completely, block them on all avenues of communication. She came back in the month of March saying her husband is cheating on her, and this is all happening because I cursed her. Well, that's gaslighting, dude. That's nothing to do with you. This is everything to do with her. So do not allow anybody to blame their shit on you. She needs to take personal responsibility for what she's doing. Weeping and sobbing continued, and thus my heart melted again. We used to talk for hours continuously. I sacrificed many nights to console her. I myself proposed to her for marriage, and her exact words were, "I'm not going to take anyone, even if it's Jesus Christ. I don't need any dick in my life." Dude, this lady, or this, I hesitate to say the word lady because I do not think this woman's a lady. She is keeping you as a backup option. She's keeping you as an option, as in If her first option fails, she's got you to fall back on. And even though she's saying that, quote unquote, she doesn't need any dick in her life, she is keeping you there as like the emotional boyfriend or the emotional husband. So when she's down, depressed, stressed and out, she can come and unload on you. This is an emotional vampire, and you would do well to remove her from your life. From that point on, I never asked her to marry me again. We had on and off conversations after that, and to be honest, we both are sexually attracted to each other, and we had these moments face to face a few times. Recently, when I told her that my mother isn't doing well, she wanted to get married ASAP. She started asking me to marry her. She pressed the pedal hard. I maintained my nerve and I wanted to explain her things, but I never did because she always multitasked and I was afraid that she might take me wrong. I'm not too sure what that means, to be honest with you there, buddy, but again, just going back to my previous point, she's keeping you as the security blanket. You are her safety net, which is not cool. And this is where, again, we have to take the personal responsibility. We have to make our boundaries, enforce them, and say, no, I am good enough. I am better than this. I deserve better, and I will go and get better. When we settle for something or someone that is way less than what we deserve, this is a reflection of our self-esteem. So this is where, my friend, doing the work on yourself, doing the self-work is going to stand you in good stead in the future, because you will start to realize your own worth and value. And this is where the true human power is when you realize your own worth, your own power, and you learn to love yourself, you learn to have a relationship with you. Women or men like this, or any gender fluid, transgender, you will just filter them out on the first date. Trust me, my friend. Then it finally happened. Out of the heat of the moment, I told her that she's evil and she won't let me lead a happy life if I marry her. Well, to be honest, dude, you're not leading a happy life because of you. This isn't because of her. You are allowing this to happen, if we're being brutally honest here. And this is why you need to close this woman out. She blocked me everywhere. I tried every possible way since then to contact her. I've sent emails, called her from other numbers, but she never responded. 3 weeks later, she unblocked me on WhatsApp and I tried to reach out to her. She never answers nor replies to my texts. I've sent her voice messages saying so many things and begged her to marry me. She never responded once again. Okay, dude. So this is kind of like Stockholm Syndrome. And if you don't know what that is, it's when a prisoner falls in love with the jailer. So when you're in prison, you've got people that are guarding. Yeah. So basically, the prisoner fell in love with their abuser, with the person that captured them. So this is what it is, and I think maybe because you're finding it hard to have a relationship with you, you're finding it hard to love yourself, and you're finding it hard to find your true power, your true worth. You think that maybe this is the only woman for you. Dude, there's over 7 billion people out there. You have options. You have options, my friend. You need to take this woman down off of the pedestal. And many people that I coach do this. As soon as we get rejected, and hey, I've done it, we get rejected and we put the X up on the pedestal because our perceived value diminishes. Because they've rejected me, I must be shit, right? No, that is not the case at all. You are worth it. You are enough. And I'm going to tell you right now, everybody that's listening to this, their heart will be going out to you and they will be saying, dude, you are enough. We've got your back. We're here for you. We can talk. We can get you through this. It pains me in my guts every time I think about my fortune. I just fell out of her thoughts. I've tried since 2013 and have always failed. I'm sure I love her and I have never found any other woman I'm attracted to. I want her. I want her to be good to me. I want her to want me badly. dude, if you've been trying since 2013, and this is some brutal honesty now, what you're doing is not working. So you need to change the script. You need to change what you're doing. But when we chase someone as relentlessly as this, you are no longer a prize, because she knows that she can have you at any time. If you remove yourself from the equation, if you become scarce and a rarity, then your value instantly goes up. But this woman isn't worthy or deserving of what you can give as a potential partner. Okay? So you've mentioned, I'm sure I love her. I would have to question, do you know what love is? Have you been in love before? Have you experienced it? If not, how do you know? So these are the questions that you have to ask yourself. And I appreciate that the advice that I do give is brutal and to the point. And funny enough, I was talking to a client last night, Matt, and he actually said to me that I'm quite brutal, but hey, I needed to hear this. And it doesn't come from a bad place. It's coming from a place of care and wanting you to be healthy and to get through this. So to carry on with the email, I'm so bloody sure about one thing. She's going to realise her mistakes and come back to me at some point. Honestly, dude, I don't think she is. She may come back, but she's not going to realise her mistakes. And the fact is, you should not be waiting around for her. You should be out there living your best life, working on you, leveling up, dating other women, finding things that you love to do. Okay, my friend? There's nothing more attractive when you're on your purpose. When you're on your purpose and you are focused on your purpose, that will inherently attract other people. So I'm going to leave you with some advice, and this isn't from me. I heard this somewhere a while ago, but I can't remember who said it. And the saying goes like this: when chasing your purpose, you will always have options for relationships. When chasing relationships, you'll probably lose your purpose. So flip the script. Stop chasing the relationship with any woman, any man. And especially do not chase a relationship with toxic people that do not appreciate your value. This woman does not appreciate you, my friend. And I know this is hard to hear. It really is hard to hear. I know that. And I've been there and I've done it. I've got the t-shirt. I know that. My breakup coach back at last year ripped me a new one more than once. And he told me a lot of things that I didn't want to hear, but I needed to hear so I could get through the breakup as healthily as possible. And hopefully this comes across today is that we want you to get through this as healthily as possible. And step number one is to completely cut this narcissistic bitch out of your life. Now, I appreciate that is a very direct answer and it can be hard to take, but I want everyone to know, and anyone that I've coached will back me up on this, is that I am very honest and I'm brutally honest, to the point I am savagely honest. But it's not to be nasty, it's not to judge, it's to get you through this horrible time in your life. And sometimes we just need to hear the truth. And my heart goes out to you, and I am more than willing to jump on the phone with you free of charge, and we can talk this through, and hopefully we can find a better solution for you. So Stephen, well, you know your real name, if you want to arrange a coaching session with me, let me know. It's free of charge. Always remember, over 7.3 billion people out there. You have options, my friend. Keep your chin up. I hope you feel better. You'll get through this, and I promise you will be okay. I'll see you on the other side, buddy.